Welcome to the next issue
podcast. Please enjoy
the show.
Woo! Here we go.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of the Next Issue podcast, where we're gonna talk about why we shouldn't do drugs. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought this is what happened when I went to the bike shop.
no. We don't talk about the bike shop. Today's episode is all about
My favorite thing about
the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real go to the theater film movie that you kind of the reason why you go to watch something on the big screen.
Sorry, I cut you off, Jeff, because we don't plan any of this. There is no script. I just hit the button. I didn't even tell you guys I was going to do that. And I
liked
just
it.
say something. So,
So this is the episode about us getting stuck in refrigerators, just like in Punky Brewster.
oh, I've never seen that one, but I have seen it in The Fifth Element when all those army people get stuck in the refrigerator.
Back in the 80s, kids were dying right and left by getting stuck in refrigerators.
Getting stuck in refrigerators all over the place. This is the Punky episode where they actually killed off one of her friends.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
TV
That
was
would be a very special
insane.
episode.
To
Punky
be
was like
fair,
the
though,
Sopranos back in the day.
a couple of decades earlier, they had been telling kids to get in the refrigerator to not get blown up by a nuclear bomb. There's a lot of mixed messaging, I think, right?
Yeah.
When are we? It's kind of like eggs and cholesterol. Like, are eggs bad? Are eggs not bad? It depends on what the Egg Council wants you to think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let us know if eggs are bad in the comments.
Also, let us know if you're part of the secret Egg Council.
Oh yeah,
I want to get in on that group.
I love that. That's like a Simpsons classic gag. But today we're going to talk about movies. We're going to get into the best movies of 2025. How did you guys go about putting this list together? Because I had a hell of a time. So,
Well, I'm really bad at Discord, so I took not Discord, at Letterbox. So I took the Letterbox ratings that I did do, and then I looked at our best of lists through the year and looked to see if there's anything else I missed to try to fill it in. So I had notes all over the place.
okay. So like, what's the guy from Sunny? Pepe, whatever, Charlie Day with his map.
His maps all over. The string, the yarn attached to every little.
Yeah, you guys should see. Clay has a nice setup behind them, but on the other side of that, it's just like strings and aluminum foil and pictures.
I'm like 2 people away from seeing who runs the Illuminati.
He doesn't. Funny enough, Clay he doesn't write with a pen. He only cuts out from magazines.
Clay's definitely infiltrated the Egg Council.
Every time he's at the dentist, he reloads on a few free mags. Funny enough, Playboy has the best font. Jeff, how did you go about putting your list together?
I don't see a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of movies.
We've noticed on the Sunday show.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time they're like, what have you been watching? I'm like, I don't know, The Sky. So I literally would just like sat down and wrote down like which movies did I see last year? Which ones did I remember seeing? And I got most of them out. And then I just went to Google and I was like, what movies came out in 2025?
And then after you got the AI overview, like after you skipped the AI overview.
Yeah. After I drained Lake Erie of its resources, asking AI which movies I saw, I put together a list.
What is that? Duck Goose, the other search engine.
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo. Thank you.
Yeah, and I came up with a list of I think 15 movies that I saw last year, and then I ranked them.
Wow.
All right. Well, I am actually very good at Letterbox. I like to log my movies. I used to do this thing where I would wait till I did a review on the channel, but then I was like, it takes forever for me to get out a video sometimes, and then I forget to log them. Famously, last year, I didn't log in Gladiator 2 or Wicked because I was waiting to do reviews for both. And then I just never did. And then when we got to the end of the year, I was like, I know I really like those 2 movies. Did I even put them somewhere? So I've avoided doing that. I just took all my movies that were 4 stars and above, uh, and
I,
I started from there.
I am curious if in your list you saw it in a theater versus streaming, and that experience was better. Like, I'm
Uh,
curious to hear that, because I will say that, like, I saw Fantastic Four in the theater, and I will say that experience was better.
well, I have a few movies that are streaming exclusives. I think they either had a very short theatrical. They're Netflix stuff, so they either had a very short theatrical window, or one of them was so popular that they re-released it a bunch of times in the theaters afterwards to catch on some of that money. Uh, so yeah, we'll talk about that. Um, I do want
Netflix
to.
can be convinced to put things in theaters if it means money.
I know, I know. I hope Netflix they need to get.
Their dogged determinedness to kill theaters is overshadowed by their love of money.
They need to have a nice happy medium um for that. 'Cause this whole 17-day window, that's 3 weekends. I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll see. We'll talk about that if the merger goes through with Netflix and WB later on. So I did want to ask, I had a few nice theatrical experiences that I want to talk about. I even put one of those movies. The movie that I put on there is from 2005, which is not. It's on the list just because I wanted to talk about it, so I didn't want to forget. But if you guys have any like anything like that you want to like, maybe you rewatch some re-releases or something like that. A movie that I do have as 5 stars, and maybe it doesn't deserve the 5 stars, but the experience of it was a 5-star experience. Was the re-release of Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith, and I went to the theater to watch that. This is a movie from 2005, so it was a 20-year anniversary. My goodness, what an experience I had! Like, that was probably maybe the best time at the theater last year.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. I love that. That was
I
a good screening.
My buddy Mike took his kids to that down in Florida, and he said that was the first time his kids had experienced applause in the theater, and they were like looking around because they, it was new and different. And I was like, that's what the theater experience is. It's that like-minded hive mind of enjoying a moment enough that you would cheer to a screen.
You get
Yeah.
That pluribus experience of everybody on the same wavelength.
We're all happy to be here.
That's right.
Well, you remember all those videos that came out with Avengers Endgame with like Cap catching the hammer, and then
yes,
everybody coming out, and every single one of those videos of just people going nuts.
Portals.
When the portals start to open,
when the portals start open, like even just watching it on your phone, you would be like, oh, you feel like you're part of something,
Yeah. That was insane. That was one of the movies that as soon as I got out of it, I was like, I'm watching this thing again, like in the theater. Like, yeah. So, did you guys have anything like that? Any movies any movie? No, it doesn't have to be a theatrical experience, just a movie from before that you kind of rewatch and you're like, oh shit, I need to talk about this.
One movie I watched last year that really affected me, because I did an episode with Daniel and I ended up talking about this movie for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's from 1971 and it's called The Devils. And it is so it has a lot to say about like church, religion, government, and it's done from a true story that happened in France. Well worth looking up. It's one of those kind of banned films, but The Devils from 1971, worth checking out. And that was a film experience I had this year that just kind of blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when you were telling me about that film, I was like, what? Like, it just kept twisting and turning, and I'm like, there's just no way that this was something that they made back then, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and it looks, and it's amazing. Like, there's no CGI, so it's all like practical built stuff. And it's in this town that has these walls as protectors, and the government from the outside wants to tear the walls down, and the guy on the inside who's running the show is part of the church, but he's kind of like he's got involved in everything, and he's trying to protect them. So he is a good protector, but he's kind of a bad dude.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happens, lots of twists and turns, but man, it is so, I mean, it's basically kind of telling what's going on now.
It gave me vibes of like what if the Punisher was a priest and he had to protect his city or whatever. So, um, Jeff, did you have anything like that? Anything that you watch from, or any movies that you want to mention outside the list? I guess that don't technically qualify for best of 2025 for whatever reason.
No, everything is awful.
No.
Times
Damn.
are terrible.
You're
My-
like,
my,
well, that video about the ants was pretty cool. So
yeah, exactly. My best theater experience is one of my picks.
okay.
So I'll save it. But yeah, so
Alright.
yeah.
The-
But I'll tell you a great old experience I had.
Sure.
Speaking of like, I don't remember which movie I was going to go see, but we got a trailer. This is way back in the day. There was a trailer for Muppet Treasure Island
Oh,
that played before the whatever we were watching, and all I remember is there's like a build up in that trailer where they kind of talk about like there's only one person that can blah 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 blah, the voiceover, only one person that can handle this, and you see Kermit's legs walk into frame. The theater went so ape shit wild when
Yes.
Kermit's legs like walked into frame that I was just like, oh my god, what this is. And I love Muppets. Like I was one of them, but I was not expecting like a bunch of kids. It was back when I was in college. This was a bunch of college kids just going nuts over Kermit.
now
Just-
to
it
be
was
fair,
amazing.
how much of that
be
grin
fair,
was going around back then? You know? Whoa, dude! Whoa, legs!
you never saw legs on Muppets. It was just a
true.
given.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, because they didn't even have one like what is it? There's a Muppet that I think when he got it, his legs would jump up, like all of his limbs would go up, but I don't remember if it was a Muppet or if it was just another puppet. So anyway,
And
don't worry about it.
his legs would go up.
I don't know. Like when he got excited, like all four of his limbs would go up, but maybe it wasn't a Muppet. Maybe it was a bad dream. I don't know. Listen, I'm
maybe
straight edge,
maybe
so
it's an
I don't-
uncle.
Yeah. It was just
Or
my
maybe
fault.
it was some good weed.
I don't.
Yeah.
Me and CM Punk straight edge till the end. I only do drugs for cholesterol.
Listen, watching you'll never like watching a Muppet. Try to figure out how a Muppet rides a bicycle, like multiple Muppets in the Great Muppet Caper when they're all on bicycles riding down the park. You're just like, how did it? What? I mean, and there's videos on how they do it, but when you see it in the movie, you're just like,
Magic.
it's not a person in a Muppet suit. It's the Muppet riding a bike, and this is
Yeah.
pre CGI, almost pre animatronics. Like they're inventing the stuff to do these shots.
That's the magic of Henson. That's why you go to the theaters, is to be awed by those kinds of moments. So those should be the things that should be in theaters. There should be a moment of awe, even in a puppet movie, where people feel like kids again.
Yep.
And that's what I really love about those films, is you have those moments like that when you see Kermit on a bike and then everyone on a bike.
The last thing I'll comment on, the other thing, that is another old movie that finally made it to theaters, and I watched for the first time, Dogma. Well, that was a
Yes.
blast. That was a blast to go. I had never seen it, but I was in a theater with a bunch of Kevin Smith fans, and we had a great time. Except I was not a big fan of the shit monster, but outside of that, other shit demon. There's always-
Golgotha.
Yeah.
Is that the shit monster?
There's always a like 10% of Kevin Smith that just doesn't vibe with me.
Yeah, but like 10 minutes before that scene, when you saw Selma Hayek dancing, you were vibing.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been vibing since Dusk Till Dawn with Salma Hayek.
Well,
so-
this is around that time, and she's playing a muse,
Yeah.
just dressed up like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. So, okay, we're gonna get into our films now. We're doing this a little bit differently than most people on the internet, probably because I don't know. Our show runs different. We're built different here at the Next Issue Podcast.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Counterculture.
start at the top. Now we'll see how far down our list we get. I'll make my list public on Letterboxd if anybody wants to go check it out after the show. So let's go ahead. I was gonna go myself first, but I'm more interested in what you guys put at the top. So we'll start with Clay. We'll do like a snake draft style. So we'll start with Clay, Jeff, myself, and then we'll bounce back and forth. So Clay, what was your best movie of 2025?
Superman. I mean, it is just the best movie. It was a great experience in the theater. Everything about it was so hopeful and punk rock, and I just kind of excited for DC movies and like where we're gonna go. Like, and I think I told this before. Like, I got home when it started streaming. I was able to score some weed, smoked it, watched Superman, and it felt like just a warm hug of goodness and hope. Like that was just the best experience of watching Superman.
Got him right there. Wow. I mean, that's also on my list, obviously. Jeff, is that on your list anywhere?
It is on my list.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can tell us what number
is it.
Yeah,
number 3.
Number 3, interesting. So I had Superman at number 2. When I was doing I think last week or the week before that, I did a video just going through my Letterboxd stats. I actually watched Superman at the theater 3 times. I forgot.
Wow.
And I mean, I guess I had forgotten, but I remember. And yeah, it was such a really cool experience. Like it didn't even if I had seen it before, like it still felt like new and refreshing. And then when it came out on digital, like I don't normally buy digital movies because that feels kind of like a ripoff.
Yeah.
But I did buy this one because I was like, I just want to watch it again. Everything works. The music, the visuals, Superman, like all the characters are so much fun.
His Clark Kent.
Yeah. So I had this at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that. I don't know how we're gonna do that.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really have like a top one. I have 4 movies I consider the best of this year.
Okay.
And that are kind of like my number ones.
Well, that was not the assignment, Clay. We're ending the stream.
Well, I am putting them in order just for you.
Thank you. People love a ranking. People need the ranking. If you're watching,
I'm telling you, these are 4 solid movies that won't disappoint.
It was hard. I did have 4 movies myself that were 4.5. Funny enough, no 5 stars. I didn't think anything deserved a 5 star. I think the Revenge of the Sith ruined all other movies for me for the rest of the year. As far as like nothing can get me that high.
The experience.
Yeah. But I did have 4 movies.
Revenge of the Sith has the high ground. Don't try to jump it. Don't try to jump it.
Don't
it has the high ground. It's gonna win.
Okay. Jeff, unless anybody has anything else to say about Superman, we'll go to your number 1 pick.
My number 1 pick. Well, I love Superman. I bought it on Blu-ray, not digital, because they're going to take it away from you, Danny. They can't take away my Blu-ray from me.
Sometimes those Blu-rays don't work if you're not connected to the internet. So, just you.
I mean, there's always going to be an internet.
So that's the guy that at the library that can't read books anymore because he broke his glasses.
Yeah. My number 1 movie of the year was Sinners. I love Sinners. It is just a fantastic film. It's a fantastic horror film. It's a fantastic history film. It's kind of got a blend of everything that you need in a movie. Michael B. Jordan. Incredible production. Haley Steinfeld is great in it. It's music. Oh my gosh, the music in that movie. Like it's got everything. It's fantastic.
That's my number 1 movie as well. If anything, because of that scene at the barn, where it's like a one shot, and then they play the music, and then it turns into like it brings
the spirits of
all from the previous, and then you get like the really really old music, and then you get like the 90s hip hop, and then you get jazz. Like it is such, even just for that was probably the best scene of 2025 for me, like overall. So yeah, I had Sinners at number 1. And this is why we're doing the list this way, because now we're gonna have to figure out how to jump through all these hoops, because we've already talked about my number 1 and number 2. So I don't know where we go from here.
Sinners is on my list, but it's not number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
No.
I have a number 2 that is not either your number 2
all right, we'll probably bounce back in a second to you then. So, but to talk about Sinners a little bit more, Michael B. Jordan in a dual role. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the behind the scenes stuff on how to do that,
No.
but it's like he was working with a double and he just had to do everything twice, and it's incredible. Like, and the
That's
fact
old
that
school doubling.
both siblings felt so different, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of great performances. Ludwig Göransson with the movie. I think him, Göransson, and oh boy, what's the name of the director?
Ryan.
Ryan Coogler, working together because they also did the Black Panther movies and stuff. Like,
Creed.
they're just kind of a really cool duo of like director and composer. Like, you know, like a modern era, like Spielberg and Williams and stuff, like something like that. So
Are they working on a new Black Panther again?
I think so. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
not think that Ryan Coogler. I don't think Ryan Coogler makes a movie without Göransson and for the foreseeable future. Like,
Yeah.
unless there's some falling out or anything like that. But yeah, it's really cool stuff. So all right.
What's your
So
number 3 then?
So Sinner. Well, here we'll go back to. I want to make sure we get through everybody's number 2. So Sinners was number 1. Superman was my number 2. So that's my turn. We'll go back to you for your number 2 since it's different from everyone else's.
My number 2?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my number 2 is Weapons.
Oh, that
Uh,
did not make it on my top list at all. I mean, I do love that film, but there was something that. Tell me.
No, I saw it. It took me forever to watch it. I didn't watch it until it got out of theaters and in on HBO,
same
wherever
here.
it went to. And I was like, oh, I see what everybody sees now. Like that lady that played the witch, like she's so good. All those little kids are really good. Like it's fun. I mean, it was just, just watching it, especially it coming. I'm just like, oh, it's Thanos and the Silver Surfer, and Wong, and there was a little bit of that in there too. But it just the way the movie was structured, it was non-linear.
Yeah.
You kind of had to put it together. And then she was so personable as this witch. But you kind of because of the way she looked, you kind of have expectations to what her character is, but it's I don't know. That movie was full of twists and turns, and it was just so much fun. It was a roller coaster ride that I had so much fun.
Yeah, Amy Madigan is Gladys. Like, give me more of that. Now we do have a few comments. Let me get to some of these real quick. Number 1, enjoy the retro review of Fantastic Four. So thanks for watching that. 2, for Sinners was a different take on the. Sinners definitely explored things in a very different way. Now for Weapons, the ending was like a Scooby-Doo skit. I think that was part of why, like, after all those moments of tension, like, kind of having that payoff at the end really, like, just released everything and it made it an enjoyable experience. I didn't put the movie as high. I think I rated like 3.5 stars overall. But yeah, like, I also really enjoyed it. Julia Garner, my God, like, she's so
she is really good.
Yeah, she's great.
I like that she's unlikable. Like sometimes I like if we get to a pick that I absolutely hate, like there's an unlikable character in that movie, and it grates on me to watch the movie. But there's so much enough going around Julia Gardner that her unlikableness kind of is a feature to her character. So yeah. There's
a scene where she goes to the liquor store.
Yeah.
And then you think, like, you see, I think it's June Diane Raphael that's coming in, like she's the wife of the cop, and she's coming in, and you're like, is she about to do something to her? And like, but it's like a supernatural thing. Like, no, it's just because she's been sleeping around with her husband that she's upset. Like, that was a jump scare. That was like a real life jump scare instead of like, because you're on edge for all these other things, right? Not too many jump scares. Like, it's more of a, I'm gonna make you think something's gonna happen, but not really.
It's more unsettling.
Yeah.
It's the way it tells it out of time, so that oh shit, this is coming, or oh, that person is gonna die later. But it's like when you see a character in the background running, like you're just waiting for it to happen, and it's like, why isn't anyone doing anything?
Or the forking.
Yeah, watching what's Wong.
Oh God,
just run through the thing.
I love them with their Disney shirts. Like they're just ready to eat some hot dogs and have a good time.
The hot
you
dog
know?
tray. Oh, the hot
Oh,
dog tray.
glad to show up.
Yeah, I enjoyed Weapons, but didn't make it on my list because this is a film that hype hurt it for me. It was too hyped. So I went in with that expectation and it was just kind of like, like it wasn't meeting. And I had a very high expectation because I had heard from horror people how great it was. And I was like, okay, give it to me.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Okay. Clay, do you have a number 2 that we haven't talked about?
One Battle After Another. This movie has stuck in my head, and Sean Penn's performance it has replaced Spicoli for me. And that's how good he was in Fast Times, because he's always going to be known as that. But man, Sean Penn in this film, Jim Downey, the group that Jim Downey represents, the car scene at the end, the way it was filmed, there's like so many great things in this. Like I could just talk about it for an hour, like just of Leo's performance when he doesn't have dialogue, all the physicalness of him, you watch the first 30 minutes and you feel like you've already watched a movie, and that's just to set up everything, but it's worth your time. And that's what I enjoyed the most. It's worth your time and worth a rewatch.
So that's not on my list. Jeff, I don't know if that's on your list.
I
did watch
never
it,
got a
though.
chance to see it.
I have thoughts on One Battle After Another. I guess first of all, I'm not a Paul Thomas Anderson person. This is actually my first PTA movie that I've seen. Because I just like
No Boogie Nights.
I look at those trailers and I'm just like, I don't know, something about it just doesn't vibe with me. And I think this movie kind of proves that for me. I know.
This movie proves it for you.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I think Paul Thomas Anderson has a very specific story or set of stories that he wants to tell. I think Benicio del Toro was great.
Yeah,
and
Sensei.
It's also because a lot of like real world stuff, like I didn't care for the juxtaposition of like the everything that's going on with the immigration in the movie, and then like boner jokes like right after that. I was not like I didn't want that big issue and something that's very serious like just in the background of Leo shenanigans.
Yeah.
That didn't vibe for me at all.
Okay.
But I can tell that it's a very well put together film.
Yeah.
But I also know that, like I said, a PTA has a very specific story that he wants to tell, because all the stuff with Benicio del Toro, from what I've seen on interviews, that came from him. He's like, oh, we should add this stuff, like the Underground Railroad thing, like that all came from him. That wasn't in the movie originally. So like,
oh wow,
give me a movie about Sensei Sergio. I'll watch that all fucking day.
Yeah, that dude has some adventures.
But I do have it at 3.5 stars. I know it's a really good movie. It's just
yeah.
And
I see what you're saying about that scene juxtaposed with what was going on. I guess I also, like he's been writing this story for like 20 years. So the political turmoil has always been the backdrop. It's just that when he made it now, that's exactly, that's what's here to be used as backdrop.
We have in the chat, hated One Battle After Another. It was so bad. Listen, PTA is not for everyone. So, but at least now I know.
Even the car scene at the end, the car chase, where it's very spread out, shot very dramatically. It's amazing for like kind of he is not known for action films, and that's pretty great.
Very cool sequence. Yeah, I like the stuff with the radios, like the whatever the little radios or whatever. I don't want to say too much either because I don't know if Jeff hasn't seen it. So, but yeah, it like I said, it's a very well put together film. I can understand why a lot of people love it.
And the military guy that questions everyone in those scenes.
God, I hate that guy.
Not an actor. That's the crazy part. That guy does that for a living, and so that's why it comes across so real because he's basically like threatening everything around you to get information.
The whole Christmas thing was also so insane.
Yeah, but the satire level of it is a 10. That's why number 2 on my list.
All right, great. Let's go to number 3. So we'll stick around with Clay one more time. What do you got?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, so I do have Thunderbolts, but it's lower.
I have Thunderbolts because it has been a constant rewatch for me. It has been uh I feel like it's the anti-superhero. It's about a bunch of people that are a team that have to figure out how to be a team, which is every team story. But these are like mentally, these people have mental health issues, and they're trying to help each other with kind of no support whatsoever, other than a guy that can show them the darkness within. Like there's so much of that it is shit you could learn in therapy to heal that I was like, wow, this film really kind of gets it. It's really good. And I don't know, it's just such a misfits. I'm kind of glad to see they didn't do what the comics did with Thunderbolts, and we're getting this version. Like it's fun, and that's what I just want comic movies to be. But this was fun and moving. I mean, it really, like, I'm really surprised Bob was that great.
Yeah. Jeff, did you have this on your list?
It is number 4 on my list, so it would have been had Clay not said it, I would have brought it up immediately. Everything that Clay said, it's great talking about mental health issues. I think it really helps bring that team together, like in the canon of the film. Also, I like that it's Marvel taking all these kind of disparate pieces that they've collected throughout the 20 plus movies that they've done and thrown them in their own movie. It's kind of one of the things I wish they would keep doing that with some of their bigger characters. It proves that they can do it. So why not throw Shang-Chi a bone and finally see that person again? Like we could see Moon Knight pop, like they've proven now that they can take all these characters that they didn't come from the same movie. They don't even they mesh together in the movie, but you can throw anything together. And they have the potential to do that now that they're out of their phase 4 nonsense.
You don't need to give Robert Downey Jr. $100 million to make a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, and I'm glad that they're doing it for next year, but I mean, for later this year. But I think also we do have Leonard Kim in the chat. It's really unfortunate that Thunderbolts didn't perform at the box office. Listen, I tried. I went to watch it twice at the theater.
Yeah.
This was I think Superman and Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were my only rewatches in the theater.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, I need to go watch this again.
Yeah, and Thunderbolts felt like you had to know something going into it, so I could see how audience might be intimidated. Like, well, I don't know anything before this, so I can't just watch this movie.
That's funny you say that, because I think the movie fills you in. Like, I hate that people feel like they have to be part of, like, I have to know everything about a character, because there's so many movies that we just meet a lot of people in media rest. Like the Ocean's 11, they've done a bunch of heists before that. We don't know about them, but we just learn about it throughout the movie. Like that's what the movie's there for, to tell you who these characters are. And Thunderbolts does that. Obviously, you benefit from knowing where the Winter Soldier came from, where Red Guardian came from, right? Their relationships prior. But the movie makes it very clear. I actually love that this movie actually felt like this could have been just a standalone film of anything, and you get a whole complete story. Obviously, you get the after credits, but that wasn't even directed by the same director. That was by the Russos, right? So they're like, it's part of the Marvel agenda. But normally I don't ask movies to be a little bit longer, but this one, I would have loved to have seen more of the rooms for everyone else. Like like when they were in the void. So yeah, it's great. I mean, Lewis Pullman as Bob is, God, he's gonna be. I hope we get to see him again.
Isn't he part of Doomsday?
I mean, yeah, but what can Bob do? Like.
Well, Bob is there until he isn't, and that's his purpose, to exist until they need the Void. And I'm curious what the Void would do to Avengers or X-Men.
Yeah,
or the FF.
Austin in the chat, it needs a one-shot episode. Yeah, they should. I'm so mad they stopped doing those little one-shots. That they would come in the Blu-rays.
Give me a scene where the Void takes Reed in. I want to see the dark parts of Reed's mind.
That's what's his name? The Maker.
The Maker?
You want to see the Maker.
Because I mean, we already saw a little bit of darkness in FF where Sue confronts him. Is like, you've thought about giving up our kid. So there's darkness in Reed's mind just from the get go. So I want to see him in the void.
Mm-hmm. Give me Pedro.
Is that when Miles
Legoshi.
Teller steps out of the darkness?
Oh yeah.
That's when I leave the theater.
I did have Thunderbolts at number 6, so we'll see when we get there. But my number 3 movie is actually a streaming movie. I mean, I guess it was in theaters for like a week or two, but Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Clay, we need to fix that.
I know it's a Netflix thing.
Yeah, you need to find a friend, and because I just did this for my brother, where you can add somebody remotely to your account for like, I don't know, $8 or something.
Oh,
Do that for like a month.
Netflix doesn't deserve my money.
I understand that, but I mean, you'll see as we get through my list.
It's all right.
There's a lot of stuff you should check out.
Yeah.
But
There are some things I've seen that on Plex from them. So
Frankenstein is, I mean, it's incredible. Jeff, I don't know if that's anywhere on your list, or if you
It did not make my list.
You haven't.
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't watched the whole thing.
You haven't seen
yet,
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just. It made me go read the book right after. That's how good this movie was. Like I went to I listened to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein right after. The visuals are so cool. Like Jacob Elordi as the monster or the creature, whatever you want to call it, is great. Mia Goth in a dual role, which like she's unrecognizable in one of them. Christoph Waltz, but Oscar Isaac, of course, is Victor Frankenstein himself.
Good night.
Yeah, and obviously, like there's differences from the book, like where this is a little bit more action oriented and more focused on like the creature, and because Guillermo loves his creatures and he loves making them very, very likable. Austin's saying very average, but I don't know if he means the movie or just the performance, which I disagree to both, I guess, if that's the case.
Yeah, I just don't see Guillermo del Toro ever doing anything average.
Yeah, I haven't watched Nightmare Alley because I heard not too many good things about that one. So
yeah, it's been pending at our house too.
So yeah, so I'm holding off on that one. But I mean, yeah, this was really, really good. I didn't think Leonard came in the chat. I didn't think I liked Frankenstein, but I thought it was a solid movie. Yeah, it's really, I mean, and there's so much Frankenstein coming out at the same time because the Michael Walsh book had just finished from Image Skybound. So like there was a fresh so yeah, I want to go check out the original, I guess the 30s, the movie from the 30s, like the Universal Monsters Frankenstein, just to see like what were they thinking? What did they grab from? Now that I've read the book, now that I've seen a movie that adapts the book a little bit more, and I want to go rewatch Kenneth Branagh's and De Niro's Frankenstein from the 90s, I think.
Universal put out all their movies, I think all their Blu-rays in Steelbook with Alex Ross art.
Ooh, I need to go.
Really?
That's a good excuse for me to just buy the movie regardless of whether I want to watch it or not.
Yeah.
I bought more stuff for less than that. So but that's my number 3. So let me go to my number 4 and then we'll keep going. And then if we skipped some of your stuff, we'll figure it out. This is another Netflix movie. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. This might be the best one of the 3. I don't know how Ryan Johnson just keeps giving us these like incredible movies with the cast. I think a lot of it is like the cast is so good too. You know, another Brolin's in this movie again, so he's already made it to 2 of the movies in our top stuff collectively, right? Because he was also in Weapons. But Daniel Craig, I didn't think Austin's in the middle of Wake Up Dead Man. No spoilers here, don't worry, Austin. Josh O'Connor's performance is great, but Daniel Craig, after him being Bond for so long, like I was afraid that he would just be typecast as Daniel Craig. I feel like more people are gonna remember him for being Benoit Blanc.
He's already been on Sesame Street. There's been a Benoit Blanc Muppet on Sesame Street already.
That's right.
So.
Wow.
Talk about the getting your due. This is my final movie that's 4.5 stars. So those were the I was debating on what order to put Sinners, Superman, Frankenstein, and Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah, I have one movie left that's my number one movie
Yeah,
of the year.
and it's just great. Like we have some. Glenn Close is almost unrecognizable for the whole movie. I was like, is that Cloris Leachman? What's going on? And then you're like, oh shit, no, that's Glenn Close. She's great. I think the funniest part of the movie is Mila Kunis as this like sheriff. Yeah, I don't know that one.
In this movie.
It works in the movie, but I wouldn't have ever put it together. She reminds me of in Scary Movie 3, there's a parody of the sheriff from Signs.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what it was gonna feel like, but it
Like
doesn't.
a parody.
Yeah. So it's great. Go check it out. Like I said, just get Netflix for a month and watch all the stuff that I'm telling you to watch. And then
I really do like those movies. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet because I see it pop up and I'm like, I don't have time to start it yet. So and I really do enjoy those movies. They're like little mystery theater movies. Like they're just like something you go see a play. In fact, I saw a TikTok where some school, like high school in California, turned the first Knives Out movie into a stage show. And they wrote Rian Johnson asking permission. And he was like, yeah, of course, for a high school. Like it was his daughter's, it was like some girl's senior thesis for high school or whatever to do her own play. And he showed up. He showed up to the performance. Rian Johnson.
That's cool.
Did. He was in California for something. He's like, I just extended my stay for a day. I drove into wherever town they were doing it, and he hung out with the kids backstage before the performance, and he helped them do their backstage hype up. And then he sat and watched the performance. So I was just like, Rian Johnson's cool. Like Star Wars fans messed that up.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I know. Can you imagine if we had gotten a second Rian Johnson Star Wars movie?
Mm-hmm. Then we would have gotten a third and a fourth.
Yeah, I guess awesome. We wouldn't have probably gotten Knives Out. So
yeah,
thanks to the
Star Wars had to suffer for Knives Out. Had
kind of like all those people that got James Gunn ousted from Marvel for like a minute. And he wouldn't have done Superman if he hadn't done Suicide Squad.
Now he's in charge of DC.
So I guess jokes on them. For both.
I think that's called hoisted by your own petard. That's
right.
Phrase.
Real quick, Carlos, I thought Frankenstein was good, but not too good. Okay, well, let us know your all's list if you have Letterboxd or something. And then Austin, favorite Star Wars movie. Yeah, I love Rogue One's my favorite Star Wars movie, but The Last Jedi is pretty high up on that list. So, okay, we've gone through 4.
No, I haven't. I have one more.
Did we already talk about any of y'all's? Oh, you have one more 4. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go with your Clay. Your last 4, and then we'll go through. We'll regroup.
This movie has changed the franchise. Predator, Killers of Killers.
Oh, the animated film.
The animated one.
Oh, interesting.
Is one of my favorite films of this year because it has 3 stories and an overlapping story, and you just feel like they understood the assignment.
Yeah.
That in every one of those. It's just so good and fun. I mean, shit, no notes.
Dan Trachtenberg gets it.
Yeah, he gets it.
He gets it. I love seeing those different times. Who doesn't want to see like the like against samurai or ninja or against like, and even the one that I didn't think, the World War one or 2
times one, I think.
Yeah, I was like, is that gonna work? Because like,
yeah,
his giant spaceships like he's like a little pew pew plane, like
every time I'd say would this work, I would go, this guy also wrote Prey. So he wrote the Indians fighting predators. So he's got something in store. So yeah. I was just excited the whole time. I love this guy playing in the universe. He gets what predators are.
Yeah, that would definitely, if it was just animated movies, that would definitely make it to my top 5 because there wasn't a lot, but that was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all gone through 4. Clay, do you have a 5 that we haven't talked about? And then Jeff, you'll be next, so prepare.
I mean, all of these are my top films.
Okay.
Everything else is...
Pick another one, and we'll kind of go through them.
Sinners. I mean, Sinners was so great, but again, it was a problem with the hype. Like, it was so hyped when I was going in. I was just like, I kept wanting more. But it was presented so good. It had such good style. Like, I was in awe of the production style of how everything looked. And I just am a nut for when they could get those Model Ts running, and they have great shots of them running across fields, these expansive fields, like very cinematic for a horror film. But what he does really well is the racial tension of the moments when like the three white people approach the barn. Like it isn't just like we know that they're vampires. We know it's just white people. And so they're like, they all have to like get ready to say like, you know, hey, maybe this isn't, you know, we need to dismiss them without really missing them.
Austin,
and then it just and then the creep level just rises.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love that moment when they're trying to get into the party. And they're like, "Come on, man, y'all gotta leave. You gotta leave them have something." It does feel like the neighbors came over to complain, but they just wanted to join the party for their own.
Yeah, and just going a little further out and playing music. Yeah. Just so creepy. Like I just love those unsettling moments.
Austin does have some interesting points in the chat. You know, imagine if they didn't spoil the vampires in the marketing. Yeah, I wish we had like, you know, the Men in Black thing, but it only worked for like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna go watch a movie now. Let me forget everything about it and just go into it clean.
Well, that I think I want to say it's the Netflix syndrome where they create trailers that tell the whole thing.
Yeah. Because they have to have 3 trailers now for every movie, apparently, right?
Yeah.
The little teaser, the one that tells you what the story is, and then the one that shows you, like, for those that aren't fully convinced, like, we're gonna show you the coolest part of the movie, and then if that doesn't get you in the theater, you're not coming.
Yeah,
but I feel like they have to do that now.
They should click and erase your mind so that you don't remember the trailer.
Carlos in the chat. Haley Steinfeld character, when you first meet her, threw me off. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
I mean, she's great. She looks great in the movie. So like, I'll watch the whole movie by Haley. I do want to watch. I would love to see, even if it's just like a short film about either their journey to the end credit scene, or what they do after the end credit scene. Because those 90s outfits.
Yeah, I want those 90s out, those 80s, 90s outfits, or whatever year that was.
That sweater, like I could never pull it off, but I was like, you know, looks good. Michael B. Jordan can do it. So
it's so funny because like now when we see that kind of retro, we typically like laugh and go, you know, remember the styles and everything. But it's better when it's menacing and they're wearing it, and we're supposed to look back and laugh at the fashion and go, oh, he's gonna kill them.
It's like if one of the kids from the Cosby Show, you know, like showed up to the bar and tried to kill someone.
Theo.
So, yeah, I know. R.I.P. Okay, Jeff, do you have a number 5 that we haven't talked about?
I do. Number 5 on my list is Naked Gun.
Ooh, that was very close to making it on my list.
So much fun watching this movie. It's been a tough 2025. Was a tough year, so it was nice to laugh in the theater. And that movie is so funny. They get the humor that made the original Naked Gun, and they just throw it. It's a million jokes a minute. You're gonna miss something. So there's reasons to watch it multiple times. And it's just so I was so happy when they announced that Liam Neeson was going to be taking over, because he's perfect for the role. He's so funny. Pamela Anderson's really great in that movie. Sure, her scatting
that is
scene
the best.
The snowman threesome
that went on too long. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's got the old school humor. Yeah, it's got the old school humor, and there's that weird new like abstract like just stuff that just is like
Lonely
so
Island,
weird.
you know,
Lonely Island. Yeah,
what's the other group on SNL? The Explore. I don't know, whatever the new kids are.
Destroy
this.
Yeah. So it's a nice blend of those two humor styles. And there's even some like fart jokes and stuff in it. So like it's got all of it thrown in there. And and it's dumb, it's funny, it's great.
The witchcraft montage. Like you've said all the greatest things, and like there's still even more. That movie is great. That's my number 5.
It had 2 of my the funniest gags, I think. The windshield. When he
The windshield.
kicks out the windshield
beef.
and then like the other one just perfectly falls in. I thought that was really funny.
When they pull off cartoon level gags like
Yeah.
that, perfection.
And then all the coffee, like every time somebody handed someone a coffee, because I watch a lot of police procedurals, right? So it's making fun of all that stuff as well. That Cody Rhodes cameo that was shot very weird because of his giant neck tattoo at the bar. It's really good. And then stuff like it makes me really look forward to the new Scary Movie iteration that they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because we got the original people back on it. And I'm just very excited to see how that plays out.
I keep even going like, remember about the background when they walk through and you see people taking their mug shots and they're doing it like a model shoot.
The Vogue and the fan. Yeah.
When he goes to the car to get stuff and he puts a glove on but uses his hand to pick up everything. Yeah. Like it's all just like it's worth watching over and over again. It's so fun.
And it was an interesting like case, I guess, overall. Like it was like, oh, what's the device or whatever. That the Batista showed up out of nowhere.
The cooking the turkey scene.
Oh,
where the guy's outside looking through the shade.
Paul Walter Hausen, like he had a great year.
So good. Old Man and this.
Yeah. So okay. My number 5 movie is Steven Soderbergh's Black Bag. And I don't think enough people watch this.
I did.
Okay, good. It
is I did it, but I will be right back.
All right,
so
go ahead.
Please talk about it.
He's gonna go watch it and come back.
Get the Cliff Notes.
It was so good. Like I went into this just because I like the cast. You know,
cast.
Michael Fassbender. There's no way they can do a bad movie. I like Steven Soderbergh for the most part. Which that man put out 2 movies in this year. He put out the one about the ghost that you get to see everything from the ghost POV.
Oh, I hadn't watched that.
Yeah, me neither. But then he also put this out, and it's perfect. 90 minutes of like just really great filmmaking. The case is interesting. The performances, like the cat and mouse of these 2 very sexy spies, just like right. So
and he is so like subdued. Like it's great seeing him play the anti-Magneto, like just a very kind of cold and calculated man.
Yeah, because I the previous Fassbender film I had watched was the Killer, that David Finch.
Very similar in his performance of the way
this one is like, what if that guy actually had a family, right? And like because the other guy's just very closed off from everything. He just like, but this one's like, and then they go to all these like, even the agency building and seeing Pierce Brosnan like kind of run things and but my favorite was probably those scenes at their table, like those dinner scenes.
Yes,
they could have gone on forever.
Yeah,
Jeff, you ready? You come back in whenever you want. Yeah, those scenes are incredible. Like just theatrical performances that you could just live in that. It felt like almost.
Well, that's all Soderbergh. Like that's him. Like going, well, this is me having fun. I'm gonna make this scene work.
Yep, I really really enjoyed that. So, okay, I think everybody said 5, right?
Yeah.
So. I mean, my number 6 was Thunderbolt, so we can skip. We could just skip me and go to Jeff's number 6 if we haven't talked about it. At this point, we might be talking about films that we've already done. So, if you have one last thing to say, if not, we could just move on. So, Jeff, what's your number 6?
I don't think we've talked about this yet. Fantastic Four.
That's my number 6.
Oh, great! It's on my list. It's a little lower, but we can talk about it now. I mentioned Paul Walter Hausen earlier, and I was like, did we already do Fantastic Four? I don't think we had.
Yeah. I don't think we had either. I don't think we have talked about it yet. Yeah, it was a great movie. It just happened to come out on a year where there was other great superhero movies. We haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
And this probably would have been, and this was a fantastic movie. It just, unfortunately, Superman and Thunderbolts came out.
Say that again.
That's the clip.
Yeah, I really liked. I really enjoyed the Fantastic Four. You know, you're playing it. I harbin your beginning, your end.
Oh,
you know,
Julia Garner. Speaking of Julia Garner again, I mean, great year for Julia Garner when it comes to Jeff's list.
Yeah. And so Julie Garner and Paul Walter Hausen are my two favorite actors for the year, I guess.
it sounds, it really sounds that way. Clay, this was also your number 6, so I'll let you talk about it first.
Yeah, it was just an incredible theatrical experience. It's Galactus. You got to see it on the big screen for the payoff. Like, it's so good, and all of it works. Like the surfing,
Goodness,
the whole space voyage. Like, I almost would like spend more time there.
Anytime she's on that board, I'm losing my mind. It's so cool.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I did love the world, the retro look, everything about it, but it was just more like Superman. Man, I don't mean this as an insult. Like, there wasn't a wasted scene, dialogue, or moment in Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there isn't Fantastic Four, but I felt like there was a lot of moments that didn't really matter to speed up the story.
Yeah.
And it's still fun. It's good. They did a great job of bringing, Marvel's first family here, but like, do we really know who they are?
Right. Yeah. I think there's a lot of that. There's this one also weirdly feels like they could have added like 10 more minutes of stuff when I was looking forward to seeing some of the stuff that they cut out, including the apes.
Yeah. I wanted to see that really bad.
That would have been really fun to just kind of live in for a little bit, and but some of that stuff got cut out. So same. I really enjoyed it. I have this is number 10 for me. So it was a little bit lower.
And I was hyped for it. Like, I was up that morning that they were doing the trailer and they had the whole kind of NASA look. And I mean, just the experience for the Fantastic Four has been amazing. I just maybe Doomsday will give us more of them. I don't know. Like, I just didn't feel like I knew the FF on the movie level the way I know the comic book one. But
Leonard Kim on the chat. Seriously, I would not have complained about a 2.5 hour Fantastic Four movie. I know for the most part I say that I like shorter movies, but in this case, Thunderbolts and Marvel, I mean, in Fantastic Four, they would have benefited from like an extra 10-15 minutes of like some of the stuff they cut out, I think, just to like really, really get that last thing. So Michael Giacchino score, incredible. Like
such a good score.
I will say, when it came to the score, and I think we did do a comparison between Superman and Fantastic Four, that I think Fantastic Four did win the score. And that's also because Josh was part of that, and he was very much like, he had been listening to Giacchino's score since like the first thing, since whenever it dropped on streaming. So yeah, okay. So I guess let's go to number 7. So we'll start back up with Clay.
I don't think anyone's going to have this on their list. One of Them Days with Keke Palmer.
Oh,
yeah. I saw this, went in blind, and was just like, I need something to laugh and have a good time. And that was exactly what this was. It is just a fun day in the life of two girls trying to hustle to make rent. And it's just fun and funny. Like, so much of our movies are like hyped and commercial and everything. I didn't really see much about this, but I went in and had a great time.
I did watch this movie. I don't have it logged, and this is probably one of those movies that I was waiting to do a review to log, and that's why I stopped doing it, because I don't even have it logged, and I really did enjoy it. It feels like in the same vein of Black Bag. It's just a movie about these people. Like, it doesn't have like, it's just a story where we follow the characters and they get on all these kinds of shenanigans. And obviously it has something to say about a lot of things, but overall it's just focusing on like, how bad can one of those days be?
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets pretty bad, no matter how much you try to prepare for it, like all these circumstances. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one too. So I'm glad it made it on somebody's list.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I was surprised because I was just like, oh, this should just be a fun comedy I can watch for 90 minutes. And I was just like, I just stopped everything I was doing and watched because I was really enjoying it.
Yeah, Kiki Palmer and Ziza, I think that's what you
SZA.
say. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what some
Like,
of the
like,
names
like
are.
I know specifically.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Let me throw it
SZA.
to the other people on this panel. How you
In
say
the
that?
fan forum that I'm the president of for SZA, this is the way
Yeah.
it's pronounced.
Um Jeff, do you have a movie number 7 that we haven't talked about?
K-pop Demon Hunters is
That's my number
on
7.
my list.
Great.
We are
We'll talk about
finally
it now.
there. It's my one. I think it's my one Netflix movie.
That's my final Netflix movie.
I had a lot of fun watching this. It took a while. It didn't take that long for people to convince me to go watch it. Once they said same studio as Sony Spider-Man, the animation was. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Music is fun and poppy. The animation's great. It's a fun story. Overall, just a very entertaining film.
Yeah, I remember when this movie was announced. I remember we talked about it on stream, and I said like, "Oh, I guess Netflix is just throwing words in the algorithm." Of like, and boy, I'm so glad that I've never been so wrong about a movie. This was not just an algorithm filler movie. This was just an incredible experience. The music is great, and I'm not a K-pop person, but I've listened to Golden. It's on my like most listens of 2025, which is one of the songs in there.
Well,
Yeah,
and I think the thing about it is that it very easily, just the name alone does sound like an AI generated, and the concept is kind of is like I mean, it's Jim and the hologram. You know, it's not a new idea, but
Josie and the Pussycats.
the
you're
fact
right.
that they
Yeah.
pull it off with such a like it's done well is really the key there.
The animation's incredible. Also, big shout out to everybody that watched our review. Probably, I think it's my most watched review for a movie of last year too on the channel. So
Well, you did do all those dances.
I did, and I tried. I really just you're my little soda pop, you know.
Yeah.
It's so good. Look, that's 3 movies that Netflix made: Frankenstein, Wake Up Dead Man, and K-pop Demon Hunters that are on my top 10. Which I can't think of another year. But I would have loved to have watched all those at the theater. Like I really did try for Frankenstein and Wake Up Dead Man, but the theaters around here were like, it's really late. We're just gonna have it on really late. So if you're gonna go watch, and they're pretty long movies, so
I wonder what Netflix success rate is, because you said there are 3 films, and like how many films did they make last
how many
year?
films they put out though? That's probably
Versus
there is a difference between movies that they make themselves and then movies that they just grab from other countries.
Yeah, I
So
guess I'm
another
curious
thing.
what's their investment, because I know that K-pop Demon Hunters they bought from Sony.
Yeah, it's in collaboration with Sony. So like I don't know if that's a thing where it's just like Netflix is doing the distribution.
Sony had this gem and was like, "Well, we don't know what to do. Sell it to Netflix."
We have another Into the Spider-Verse and we don't know what to do with it. So we're just gonna put it on Netflix.
Did that person keep their job?
We make fun of like Warner Brothers and Disney all the time, but and Sony, like Sony gets its fair share of hate because of the Spider-Man stuff, but they don't get enough hate because they screwed up so many things. They need to get way more hate.
We bought our own movie chain, but let's just sell this to Netflix instead.
Yeah, we bought our own. Yeah, exactly. We bought our own movie train, and we're busy ruining it right now.
Yeah. If we have time, we'll talk about how they keep ruining it. Great. Yeah. So that was my number 7 as well. So we'll go to number 8. My 10 might be a good stopping point just based on the time that we have. So, and then we can have some honorable mentions there at the end. My number 8 is Final Destination Bloodlines.
Ooh,
I love the Final Destination franchise for as bad as it can get and as good as it can get. I love Final Destination Bloodlines. It brought it all back and then it made it even better. It Stargirl's in it, so that was cool.
Okay, I'm just waiting for the good part of this.
I just love those movies, and it's probably a part of it is the nostalgia, and they cashed in right in on it.
Yeah, they do. Because I when I saw that was coming out, I went and rewatched all of them.
Yeah,
And Shelby's like, these are just really forgettable. You can watch them without me because we were watching them together. And
I
I
don't
was
know
just
about
like,
forgettable. Like
they are.
I remember that kid
No.
going into that fan forever. Even on the bad
Log
one,
scene.
that kid
Just the
getting his
log
guts-
scene alone.
Yeah,
The deaths are what you remember. And then Mary Elizabeth Winstead starred in one of them. That's all I
that's my
remember from
favorite one.
watching the entire run,
That's my
including the
favorite.
new
Three-
stuff.
That's all
3
you
is
need
my
to know.
favorite,
That's all you
and
need to
then
remember.
12.
Okay. Well, then they did their job.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you?
Well, that's
It's
the
not
other thing.
Shakespeare.
Like this movie, like said, we're gonna have you kill a lot of people in really fun ways, and they did. Like
Yeah.
very innovative kills, and they weren't too gory, which sometimes is what throws me off of these films as well, because they get too like gnarly with their stuff.
Oh, I love it when it's gnarly.
These were just like really cool effects. Like there's the MRI kill.
Oh yeah, that's
MRI
fun.
film-
That
pretty
was
gnarly.
insane. The Anna Laurie getting her head crushed by the trash compactor thing in the truck, where it's such a good misdirect because they even had that twist of the kid not being his son, so it skips him and it
Yeah.
goes to her, and she goes running, and the soccer ball hits her in the face. She falls into the trash. Like it was almost like something out of Looney Tunes. That bit.
Yeah, I do love watching them for the death scenes, but I think it's either Bloodlines or the last one. The credits are essentially just all the death scenes from all the previous movies.
I think
Like-
that was 5 because that one looped everything back to like the end of 5 is the beginning of the first one.
Of the first one, yeah.
Which also I love when they do that. Paranormal Activity did the same thing with one of theirs.
Yeah.
So-
That's the only good thing about that one, because that one is so dull. It stars the guy from The Office who was Jan's assistant. Like that's all I could remember him from.
Oh wait, it was Hunter.
Hunter, yeah, it was Hunter, and he's
That's
the
not his
star. And I
actual
was
name,
like,
that's the name from The Office, but yeah.
yeah, it was just like so mid, just like
Yeah.
like I really don't care about
Yeah.
any of these people if they die or not.
I think when I went, because these are, like I said, these are all my 4 stars, and I had to go like, did I go watch at the theater? So that was the one thing.
Yeah,
And then also, how rewatchable is it? And I've seen this movie already a couple of times. And I didn't go watch it at the theater multiple times, but I did watch it again. So that's my number 8. Now, Jeff, do you have a number 8 that we haven't talked about yet?
I will say real quick, it did out of the 16 movies on my list, it did make my list. Final Destination Bloodlines at number 15. So
Whoa.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
The next movie on my list is Predator: Badlands.
Ooh, that's also on my list, but it's a little lower.
haven't seen it
Uh,
yet.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't believe you have Predator: Badlands below Final Destination Bloodlines. First off,
It's very
Yeah,
close. It's very
But-
close. Like it's number 9. I'll spoil that. I guess so. It's the next one I would have talked about.
and I would put I would put Predator. What is it? Killer of Killers and
Killers of Killers.
Badland Killers of Killers like together. They're, I mean, same person. Really.
It's a good year for Predator.
Yeah,
like-
but I like how this is the first Predator movie we kind of really get from. We get it from the Predator's perspective, really.
Yeah.
But you see, like, a Predator homeworld and a family of predators for the first time, and like you
Okay,
kind of
they're
see how
really
their social,
Yeah.
a Predator picnic on the
For
field with a
Tantrum.
Predator tantrums. Like you get a full Predator, whatever, and then what's her name? The
Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning is so charming in this movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun. It turns Predator into which sounds like a terrible idea. When you say it out loud, turning Predator into a buddy cop movie sounds like just so dumb, but it works so well.
I wrote on my letterbox when I got out of this movie, this is the Alien versus Predator movie that we have always deserved, but not in the way that you would think we would get it.
Yeah.
And it looks great. Like Dan, he just makes movies that look fantastic.
he does.
He's really good at that. So yeah, I can't.
And
Clay, I hope you get to watch this soon. I think you'll really enjoy
It's
it.
still in theaters. I was like, going, when's it streaming?
Yeah, no, like I don't know if they brought it back or it's still in theaters, but yeah, I think Elle Fanning's performance is fantastic. There's a lot of fun in that world where you're like, it almost feels like the comics have gotten so many chances to do stuff like that, and they do, but now you get to see it in live action, and that's really fun.
Yeah.
It's weird that between this and Alien Earth, it does feel like they're low, even though they're not connected. It does
Right.
kind of feel like a low key beginning of the Marvel universe where these things are slowly starting
They
to
could
like
connect at
attach
some
to one,
point.
connect
Yeah.
one another. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will. There's no way they don't connect them. Noah Hawley was on Smartlist, and he talked like he's like, I don't have anything to do with the Predator movies. I just focus on Alien Earth, and because it's so early in the timeline, they could just do something else, and then like it wouldn't affect either show. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
his show probably won't affect any Predator stuff in the future, and the Predator films probably won't affect the show. But they could eventually connect it all together. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
reason that they picked one of those synthetics.
Yeah.
So great.
I didn't realize Dan Trachtenberg also directed 10 Cloverfield Lane. Like the only good Cloverfield movie is him.
Well, I like the first one too, but I know what you're saying.
Just those three people in that movie, and you're watching John Goodman be evil the whole, or not.
Maybe
You're just
one of
like, what's
the-
happening?
John Goodman. We could do a whole show about John Goodman.
Let's do it.
A John Goodman
and
show.
we should, and we probably should. We'll just spend like 30 minutes on Roseanne.
I will talk an hour just about him and the Big Lebowski. So be
Yeah.
warned.
Okay. Clay, do you have anything at number 8 we haven't talked about?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it. I haven't. I mean,
you made this list, right?
I know, but it's Eddington. Eddington
Oh,
stuck in my head and really kind of consumed a lot of space of just everything it had to say, everything Joaquin did, everything Pedro did, how his character ends up at the end. That just kind of haunted me at the end. Like Joaquin Phoenix and Sean Penn's characters, if anyone sees kind of some similarities of like the groups they joined and become part of and how they're treated by those groups, great parallels. But like the movie just, I don't know, it's not fun. It's not entertainment. So it's like, I don't want to talk about it in that sense because it's a good commentary and it's a good film.
It's also on my list. It's at number 15. But you're right. It's like, once again, really well put together movie. Not the most fun matter or like subject matter, but it is so, and then it does get bonkers too at the end, which I feel like if you're gonna have like just like weapons, right? Obviously it's about children and them being harmed, but if you're gonna end with something kind of goofy and silly or like a subvert my expectations, I think that really it makes me leave the experience a little bit better, because like I said, there's that release of like all the tension I've had throughout the whole movie. So I agree with you though. It's not like we would not do a full show about Eddington because it's
if
not fun.
Social commentary, but Jesus Christ, like I just want to watch a film sometime and have fun, and and it was good, but bummer.
Okay, that was your number 8, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a number 9? That is it a bummer too?
No.
Good.
Caught Stealing, because I was a big fan of this year. Yeah, I loved Caught Stealing, but I want to kind of group Caught Stealing because it's with 2 other films.
Sure.
Eeny, Meeny, and Roofman, because these were all crime films that came out this year, and I'm excited that we're seeing these kinds of movies. Like Roofman's a lot different than the other 2, but I love these crime films. Charlie Houston wrote Caught Stealing. The books I'm a big fan of. I think they did a good job bringing it to the film, but as a book, it's a great experience.
Yeah.
I hope they do the following sequels, because I love this Hank Thompson series so much. I've only read 2 of the 3 books. The 3rd book is I haven't finished because it's still open in my mind.
I feel like this Caught Stealing and the Bike Riders, did that bring you around on Austin Butler?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because I remember, he wasn't like Timothée Chalamet levels of like dislike, but he was.
It's just these pretty boys that show up to Hollywood that like they're going to tell these real stories, and like he starts off as Elvis, and I'm like, well, where are you going to go from that, dude? Like
sometimes you got to be pretty to get in, but then you're like, oh, you're actually very talented as well, right? So
I mean, I really liked him as Hank. I mean, he's it was perfect casting.
But it's really fun to see him with the mohawk.
Yeah. I really hope that if they don't do another film, that people read the series, because where the second book goes is more amazing. But like as a book reader, this was something that I really enjoyed the experience of seeing the book go to film. But there are moments that stood out in my mind that I don't know if it would work on film that he didn't do, because I remember reading it and just going, "Oh my God, what's going to happen next?" kind of thing, and it doesn't happen in the film. So.
Very nice.
Eenie Meenie is a great crime one with shit, I forget her name.
The one that's not Margot Robbie.
Yes. I hate that because she's in like Ready or Not. She did
Samara Weaving.
Thank you. She was in a movie called Mayhem where she gave huge Harley Quinn vibes. Like that's really worth checking out. But Eenie Meenie is so much fun, but like great crime. Like the ending pays off, and whether you like it or not, and that's what I love about a good crime
and that
movie.
was a Hulu original, I think, right?
It was a Hulu original, and that's what I was interested in seeing. Caught Stealing, Eenie Meenie, and Roofman kind of all seem to be crime type films. Why do two get theatrical releases and that one? And I think I hate that Samara Weaving is not seen as like a theatrical actress, and maybe that's why they went to streaming. But man, she carries that film. She's really fucking good.
She's done that she's gonna have a sequel to Ready or Not, so
yeah.
So
and then Roofman was a crime film which was based on a true story, but they explain it at the end that it's not really the story you saw, but they take that and they make it fun. And I really enjoyed Roofman, just really for the actors that were in it.
Maybe now that Margot Robbie said she's going to take a break from acting, Samara Weaving can have a chance at the spotlight.
Yes.
We need a Margot Robbie type. Let's see. So, all right. Jeff, do you have a number 9 we haven't talked about?
Megan 2.0 is...
That's interesting.
Came at the very beginning of last year. I think it got dogged a lot. I think it was I think the promotions for it were misleading. Megan 2.0 is their T2 of the Megan franchise. It's the pivot away from a slightly horror to more of an action. It was an action comedy horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think they could have pushed it a little bit further. But I think it was a great sequel to the first Megan. There's still that kind of wacky tongue-in-cheek. There's this scene where Megan sings to what's her name? Just like in the first movie where she sings Titanium, she sings the second song in the second movie, and it's so silly. But that movie is so tongue-in-cheek and funny. I had a blast watching it. I do wish it were a little bit better. I do wish they had pushed the horror gore element to it a little bit more than what they did, they did in the first movie. And I think that keeps it towards the bottom of my list. I also think that kept it, because I think the people that went and saw it had a great time watching it if they just kind of like opened themselves up. I think a lot of people went into it with pre-existing kind of like they thought that the movie was going to go a certain way and they pivoted it away from that. But I had fun. I had a real blast watching it.
Yeah, that one I haven't seen because of that exactly. Like it got really maligned afterwards by people, and I was like, maybe. There's so much stuff out there that I'm like, do I want to take a chance? And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've already talked about my number 9 and 10. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recap my top 10, and then I'll throw it to you guys for your 10, and then we'll do like honorable mentions and anything that we didn't get to. So at number 1, I had Sinners. Number 2, I had Superman. 3, I had Frankenstein. Wake Up Dead Man is number 4. Black Bag is number 5. Thunderbolts number 6. K-Pop Demon Hunters number 7. Final Destination Bloodlines is 8. Predator Badlands 9, and then Fantastic Four was my number 10. We have a whole episode about Fantastic Four as well, so make sure to go check that out if you want to hear more conversation, including Josh, about that film. But Jeff, what was your? I guess you want to run down your list and then give us your number. Have we talked about your number 10?
Not yet.
Okay. So run down your list, give us 10, and then get into it.
Starting from 1, we've got Sinners, Weapons, Superman, Thunderbolts at number 4, Naked Gun at number 5, Fantastic Four at number 6, K-pop Demon Hunters, Predator Badlands, Megan 2.0 at 9, and then number 10, I'm putting it here as kind of a hate watch. Marty Supreme was the final movie.
Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that. I want to watch that.
Hate watch. I'm curious. I want to know more.
It's a fine movie. It's shot very well. Timothy Chalamet and Odessa Azion are really good actors. But it's a movie about a shitty person. It's being promoted as like this. Marty Supreme is so singular minded that he will stop at nothing to become the world's greatest ping pong player. But what it doesn't tell you is that means including breaking up a couple of marriages, stealing a guy's dog, getting some people killed. Like, he is an asshole throughout this movie. He is just so self-centered that absolutely he leaves everything in his life just completely destroyed. And the movie isn't, there are movies out there that are like that and they're cautionary tales, but this movie is not a cautionary tale. This movie is just telling a story about this asshole that is just like wrecking and it's based on a real guy. The real Marty Reisman, I think is his name, is not like, it's not a biopic. They just loosely base it off this guy who was a ping pong player, who was a bit eccentric, and some of the stuff
guy
that he
won
did
a ping pong battle.
Is some of the stuff in the movie, but like they do take a lot of, liberties with the stuff and they just kind of completely make up a bunch of stuff. And the thing that pisses me off, pisses me off. I said it pisses me off the most about the movie is that Kevin O'Leary is in it. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. And the minute he popped up on the screen, I was like, oh, that guy looks familiar. Who is that guy? And it took me 4 or 5 minutes to place him. And then I was like, is that Kevin O'Leary? There's no way they cast Kevin O'Leary in this movie. And then it was. Finally, I was like, yeah, that's Kevin O'Leary. No, he was sought out. So Josh Safdie was like, I need an asshole to play this businessman. And so who's the biggest asshole on TV is obviously Kevin O'Leary.
Sam McCall is busy,
or hire an actor.
I was like, why didn't Bob Balaban? Bob Balaban would have killed in this role. Same looking, whatever. Kevin O'Leary even he went out and advocated to replace all the background actors with AI. I'm like, why would anybody hire this man ever? Yeah. In the movie, it has like those oxygen people. it has like all this like. It's a movie of him being Marty Supreme being destructive, and then it ends. This is what pissed me off about Stranger Things. It does the thing where it kind of ties everything, puts a bow on the end, and it gives you a pop song at the end, and you're all supposed to, as an audience, you're supposed to leave feeling good about everything. And I'm like, you don't get to pop song your way out of this. No, that guy, he needs to buy 2 cars, he needs to repair 2 marriages, he needs to replace a guy's dog. Like, this is not cool. This is not a cool movie.
Did Marty also graduate high school at the end of the movie?
Yeah, he graduated high school in a weird orange robe. It was.
That's such a weird thing, though, to take a real person and kind of loosely base it on their life, and then make them an asshole and go, "Here's a movie about you."
Yeah. Well, the real guy's dead, so he can't complain anymore. So. Yeah,
and so biopics are so.
Yeah, I'm not a big Safdie movie person, either one of the guys, which is probably why I just watched Smashing Machine at home. I watched that because The Rock was in it, not because of the director. So I'll probably watch this when it hits some kind of streaming service. But I do want to watch it. I hear, like you, I hear a lot of people enjoyed it in that kind of way, where they're like, this guy's the worst and I can't stop looking about it. Real quick question.
I saw a lot of people who were like, yeah, this is great. He's like an anti-hero. I'm like, he's not an anti-hero. I saw a Variety article that called him. Yeah, I was like, Conan is an anti-hero. Wolverine, Batman. And then somebody called him a rogue, and they were like, there's never been a likable rogue in a movie. I was like, Han fucking Solo? Are you kidding me? Have you never? Yeah. Why are you writing for Variety? he's not a rogue. He's not a roguish person either. He's just a jerk. Like the whole
Jack
thing.
Don't get me
Sparrow.
started on Variety. They put Life of Chuck as one of the worst movies. Anyways, quick from the chat. Y'all gonna talk about top shows of next week. Next week we're talking about best comics of 2025. We had to switch the schedule around because Josh, he had it on his rider that he gets to take a weekend off. Based on all that, a Pizza Supreme should have been the move. I don't like Pizza Supreme, so maybe I won't like this movie either. Okay. Clay, do you have a number 10 that we haven't talked about? And do you want to recap your list?
Yes.
Before we get to honorable mentions?
My number 1 film is Superman. Number 2, One Battle After Another. Number 3, Thunderbolts. Number 4, Predator, Killers of Killers. Number 5, Sinners. Number 6, Naked Gun. 7, Fantastic Four. 8, One of Them Days. And number 9, Eddington. And a cluster of crime films. Caught Stealing, Eeny, Meeny, and Roofman, because I just wanted to talk about them.
Okay.
Number 10 is going to be another weird one because it's a double feature.
Oh. Okay, Clay just breaking all the rules.
Huh?
Look at Clay just breaking all the rules.
Companion and Novocaine.
Oh, okay. I can see how that pairs up.
Okay, so yeah, these are both fun movies. Like Jack Quaid, I mean, when you're talking about Nepo babies, this dude actually got the charisma and shit from his parents. This dude is good in both films, playing both a really good dude and a really evil dude. I think they would be worth watching together because of the counter of each character. But I love both of those films. They were just fun watches, and a Companion gives you a lot of stuff you don't expect. That's probably the best part. Novocaine is kind of a John Wick knockoff a bit, but with a twist.
A fun twist, yeah.
A fun twist, and that's what makes it worth watching. So yeah, sorry, I lumped those two together for a double feature at number 10.
No, that works. At least they all kind of make sense thematically, so I'm not mad at you. Okay. I have a few honorable mentions, and then if you guys have anything, because like I said, I went all the way up to 18, but I wanted to shout out. I like my number, and I'll publish this list after if you want more thoughts on everything. My number 11 was Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. I mean, I'm a sucker. I rewatch. Jeremy Renner is at the top of my list of most watched actors this year because of the Mission Impossible movies and because of all the Marvel rewatches that I did, including my annual rewatch of The Town.
Oh yeah.
Well. So he got up there. But yeah,
The Town's an annual rewatch for you.
The Town, I love the Town. Every time I hear that
good.
song, the Boston song, whatever on Parade, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
You know which one.
Step It Up to Boston.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it the Dropkick Murphys? Is that who that
is? I
is?
think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh shit, I should watch The Town again. It's like it's my Winter Soldier trigger. Also Begonia, that's on Peacock now. That's my
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Okay, good. And I hope Clay's about to change his whole fucking list after watching Begonia.
Oh, I'm really excited for this film.
Great. 28 Years Later is also on my list.
Yeah, it's further down on my list, but it was really good.
It was really good, and I'm very much looking forward to the next one.
Yeah,
because of that last few minutes of the movie. I'm telling you, this year was all about like, we're gonna give you this movie, and then at the end, we're just gonna flip it all on its fucking head, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I did. And then The Long Walk.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's brutal. It's not up there because it's like I wouldn't rewatch it a lot. And I'm gonna lump that together with The Running Man. Stephen King had a good year. I didn't put Life of Chuck up here, but it's also like, yeah, those three Stephen King adaptations: The Running Man, Long Walk, and Life of Chuck. I just really had a great movie experiences.
I only saw Life of Chuck.
Have you guys seen so it's like on social media, they're like these walking challenges where you get these little medals if you walk, and they're usually based off of, sometimes they're just like, if you walk so and so many miles you'll get a little medal, but they've started basing them off of like fictional things. So there's a Lord of the Rings one where you basically walk to Mordor, and it tracks how much you're walking in real life. And if you meet the goal, they'll send you a little medal, and they should have one of those for the long walk.
Well, they did those screenings where you were on a treadmill, and if you slow down, they kicked you out, and you never got to watch the end of the film. So, I mean, better than what happens to you, I guess, in the movie, but still.
They could shoot you with paintballs till you speed up.
The funniest thing about the long walk is that in the book, they have to go 4 miles an hour, but that was written in the 70s. And I guess it is now an impossibility that average people could walk that fast. So they lowered it down to 3 miles per hour. Maybe 4 is too fast. I don't know. I don't know what a normal person speed is.
It's coming out in America? Yeah, lower to 3.
Yeah. Yeah. In other countries, it's like 5 miles an hour. I guess they converted it to kilometers. And then I had Eddington and Black Phone too, like on my list as well. So, all right. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to mention before we kind of close out?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Go for it.
Just films left over from 2024 that I really enjoyed. Y2K from Kyle Mooney. And he put out an album this year of music. I love his weird style. Like Y2K is worth checking out.
I never went back to watch the last few minutes of it because I don't know if you remember when I went to the Alamo, they lost power.
Yeah.
And I never got to the Fred Durst part. But I feel like the story is a lot more funner than if I actually finish the film. So I'm just kind of
I don't know. Freaky Tales. I really enjoyed Freaky Tales.
The Pedro. That's a Pedro film, right?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal film, but it's a trilogy, so it's got multiple stories in it. I caught that at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, and everything.
And just a bit outside, a documentary about the Milwaukee Brewers. Run. Yeah, it's a sports doc. It's really, really good. I'd love a good sports doc because it kind of wraps up everything. And when it's baseball and so many games, they kind of wrap it up really good and give you 90 minutes of what the Milwaukee Brewers were. And I think this is the 70s.
Save it for your sports show, all right?
That's what we'll do. Our first sports show will just be sports documentaries we enjoy.
All right. Jeff, did you have any other movies that you wanted to honorably mention?
There are movies that I saw. I don't know if I want to honorably mention them. Well, actually, Death of a Unicorn was fun. Came in at number 11.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
for
yet.
Me. It's fun. Paul Rudd is great in it. What's her name?
Yep.
Wednesday Addams, pretty good. Also a movie I saw this year, Jurassic World Rebirth. That didn't make anybody's list. I'm still pissed off that they didn't try to smoke out a dinosaur. Because if you introduce weed in,
Garrett Edwards can make a movie that looks really good.
I love this Jurassic Park.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's fine.
I agree.
But yeah, smoke out a giant dinosaur in the next movie, please. And then the last two films that are on my 16, I also put Roofman on my list. I didn't really care for Roofman. I thought I needed it to either be funnier as a comedy, or I needed it to be. They also kind of touch on like how shitty we treat our soldiers returning home and just kind of abandon them after their service, and it never really talked about.
Like, but then they also kind of abandoned. Yeah, they also abandoned that message. So like.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just like, what is this movie? Captain America: Brave New World, hot mess of a movie, but it was still there. And I know what you did last summer.
Marvel movie that came out this year.
I have some really bad movies and Captain America was one of them. It was just like movie made by committee. That is what that movie is.
I feel real bad for Anthony Mackie because both his show got screwed up because they had to reshoot it because of COVID, and then his movie got screwed up and they had to reshoot it because of the Israel-Palestine.
People love Twisted Metal though. That's
Twisted Metal is fantastic. It is definitely one of the top TV shows.
Yeah.
But I mean, for his Marvel stuff, both his solo things, he took over the role of his Captain America, have been like completely ripped apart before they even got to get the screen.
Yeah. I did want to say, I forgot to mention, Mickey 17 was also.
I haven't watched it yet. Damn it.
So, okay. Now, Clay, you said you had some dishonorable mentions you want to throw in there?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched. I thought Ballerina was really bad. Really didn't
Oh,
feel
I
like.
like Ballerina. I think.
Yeah, I thought that was bad. Um, Love Hurts. The
Oh yeah, that was
the
kind of
John
disappointing. It
Wick
was. I was just
knockoff.
disappointed.
The Accountant 2. A lot of wasted time for not a
I
lot of fun.
I was just looking through it. I love that movie. I don't know why the letterbox didn't put it. I was gonna mention two more things as my honorable one. That was one of them.
But you
The
love
other was
Excel
Hot with
spreadsheets
Dynamite.
though.
Yes.
I do love.
And why is no one talking about Friendship?
Because I hated that movie.
I didn't see it.
I knew that. I'm becoming a Tim Robinson fan. I love that movie.
Yeah, I agree with the Leonard Kim. Ballerina was freaking awesome, but it proved to me that look, just like I'm not a Paul Thomas Anderson guy, I'm not a Tim Robinson guy, and that's okay. I just won't watch their stuff in the future.
But watch Ballerina, and when you see the stunt person who is in for Ana de Armas, it almost looks like a dude. It is someone who is definitely a lot larger, definitely not her size, and it's easy to tell that she's not doing a lot of stunts. And nothing in this movie is nothing we haven't seen in John Wick, except maybe one fight scene that falls outside the club with a car, which is really good.
I'm gonna say flamethrower fight. So yeah, it wasn't like the best movie, but I did enjoy it. I did really enjoy The Accountant too, though. I don't know why that got cut off. I do have two movies that I was really looking forward to, and they kind of disappointed me, and that's why they get a dishonorable mention. First one is The Electric State, the Russo movie.
Yeah, that looks like shit.
That was just disappointing. Unfortunately,
I love the artist that everything of that's based on.
Yeah,
his art is fantastic, but to try to make a story out of that and then.
Yeah. I contend that The Electric State is the Russos. It's like a draft of their doomsday. They were just like, what can we do as far as like how we're going to create? Because I feel like all the people that are in The Electric State were like green screened in together. And like, they were just like, we're going to have to do doomsday at some point where we're going to have to get all these actors and do. So let's play with let's play with Netflix's money and figure out how we do all these schedules and stuff. And all the CGI, and then we'll go and do it for Marvel.
The other movie that was kind of disappointing was Locked. That's the movie with
Pennywise
Anthony Hopkins, Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård has another movie that he's promoting right now, where he's also like it's like this crime thing.
Yeah,
which looks cool.
It does.
But then this movie makes me feel like, Dead Man's Wire, I think it's called. And I'm like, well, Locked really kicked me in the balls, dude. But then again, I think Boy Kills World was kind of fun.
That was fun.
So like, where do I fall in with you, Bill? Also, I just found out right now that we were born on the same day. So like, I guess I got to root for this guy. Yeah. Whoa. Me and Pennywise share a birthday. So, all right. That's all I had. That's all I had on my thing. I'll publish my list on Letterboxd, and I'll ask these guys to send me their list, and we'll do like one massive next issue list. I'll use averages to put things up in whatever order. Yeah, gosh, I'm gonna throw it all on an Excel sheet, and I'll let Excel do the work. So okay, anything else from you guys before we get out of here? Letter Kim, I want to close out with this. First of all, K-Dog saying yay, and why? But Leonard Kim, sure, Electric State wasn't good, but I take that over one battle after another.
That's a weird choice. Is it the aesthetic, the look? I mean, One Battle After Another is not a fun film to kind of sit and be in because of the storyline, and so I understand that, but it's a better story. If you want to sit in the aesthetic of Electric State, that's
the Electric State doesn't have a Mr. Peanut. I mean, One Battle After Another needed a Mr. Peanut, animatronic. One last movie that was kind of disappointing, but I still enjoyed it a little bit, was Happy Gilmore 2. Because
Netflix
sucked the essence out of what was Happy Gilmore, but then it was also a lot of the same stuff, and I'm like, well, that's kind of funny. And it's Becky Lynch was in it, which I'm gonna watch my first Star Trek show because Becky Lynch is in it, so
Yeah, and Kyle Newacek directed it, so that's what made me want to watch it.
Yeah. So okay, I think we're done here. But
It's
like
so
I said,
funny to look at the films like we don't even talk about, like
I know.
Nobody 2 or The Gorge or Spinal
But
Tap 2.
yeah, I'm looking like F1, like it just didn't get cut. Dangerous Animals, which I thought was really fun. There's a lot. I did watch a lot of movies. Unlike Jeff.
As you keep mentioning, I'm like, did I see that one? No. Did I see that one? No. Did I see that one? No.
Well, Jeff's got a lot. We need to figure out. Oh, you know what else was really fun? You should watch The Roses. Jay Roach with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Yeah, I think that's on Hulu now.
Yeah.
But okay,
I do have some films I wanted to see this year that I didn't get to.
Oh yeah, you still have stuff that you haven't seen? What like
like Death of a Unicorn, Running Man, Brendan Fraser's movie Rental Family.
Oh yeah, that's on my watch list as well.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Pee-wee himself, the documentary on HBO.
That one and the John Candy doc, I feel like they're gonna be very sad. So
yeah. So that's typically I don't watch them because they're sad.
Yeah.
Together, the horror movie with
I heard that wasn't very good, so I didn't go watch it.
Okay. And then finally, have you guys ever seen Sisu?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Because there's a sequel that came out last year called Sisu Road to Revenge, and I wanted to see that. But if you haven't seen Sisu, it outdoes John Wick in terms of it's just basically a revenge film, but at wartime.
Okay. I might check that out. I do see a lot of stuff for it though.
All right, I will guarantee Sisu will be one of the best action movies you see.
Okay, nice. Jeff, did you have anything that you you have a lot of movies that you want to watch, I think, after this?
Citizen Kane.
Okay, we'll leave it. I don't think we could top that. All right. For those still watching, first of all, let me give a shout out because we had a lot of people in the chat. Peak T22, Austin, Glenn Kim, Carlos, and then who was this last person? And Kodog, Jake. Big shout out, everybody watching. Next week, we're doing our best comic book show. So we flipped it. I know we had told you differently, but we had some scheduling conflicts. So yeah, in the meanwhile, go watch a lot of movies. I'm gonna try to go watch either Primate or Greenland 2. One of those two movies.
Should I watch Greenland 1 before I go watch Greenland 2?
Oh yeah, because then you won't know what
you got to understand why the world's destroyed.
Yeah, Greenland 2 migration definitely is very pivotal, and both of those films are at about 90 minutes, which is like the perfect runtime for me at a theater. And I wanted to go. I feel like I should go to the Alamo before they make me use my phone to order.
They do it now. You go in now. Like I canceled my draft pass this morning.
Oh, they're already doing it? I thought that was a thing that was coming up.
No.
What if I bring my own paper?
So
it was reported this morning that the Alamo is going to get rid of pen and or a pencil and paper and make you use your phone. But you're saying they already do that?
So when you go now, if you up until like when the movie starts, you're supposed to. They ask you to start your order on the app.
I'm used to that.
And then during the movie, if you want to add to the order or if you need like a refresher or whatever, then you switch over to the paper and pen. And then they have you close your tab out.
Paper and pen completely.
But they're getting rid of the paper and pen completely. The thing I've always noticed is that
in order for me to complain about somebody that's on their phone, I have to pull out my phone?
Yeah. Something like that.
Make sense.
They should have what they should have done. What I think the biggest problem, the pen and paper was cool back in the 90s when it was just an Austin hangout theater. Them going global with it, I'm just like, it bugged when I would go and all I'd want like a Coke and a popcorn, and it would make me anxious that I wouldn't get it when the movie was starting, like, and I'd have to wait, or whatever. Yeah. They should have always from the get-go had a concessions where you just like, here's a $5 unrefillable popcorn, because the other thing is when I'm by myself, their popcorn is like $12, $11, $12. It's unlimited, but I am one person and I do not need unlimited popcorn.
I have no
would like-
limits.
my gut does not want unlimited popcorn. So that's why I'm like, just have a small concessions where you have popcorn, drinks, maybe some candy. That's all you can get. And you could still have the full menu if you want to go in and get drinks and whatever and a chicken sandwich.
Like other theaters do.
Like other theaters do. Just, I don't know what they're doing, but I gave up.
I'm not happy with Alamo. I look forward to like a small theater chain opening up that's like Alamo.
And so this is the second go around with the draft pass. I had a draft pass before they sold to Sony. And I've complained about my local Alamo before. Because they don't play all the fun stuff that the Alamo does. So when I canceled the draft pass the first time, they used to have like a punishment where you're like, if you cancel, you can't sign up for the draft pass for another 6 months. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Or something like that. Maybe it's like
AMC does that too. So people aren't just canceling and stocking up on movies. Like, I don't know why they would do that, but
yeah. This time when I canceled, they were like, great, see you later. Like there was no like, why are you leaving? It was just like, yeah, you can sign up for if you
please don't go. Don't go.
There's none of that.
Oh,
it was just like, all right, laters.
I miss companies begging me to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that sucks. I guess I have to go confirm on my local Alamo. What I'm gonna tell them, you know what? I don't use a phone. I don't believe in phones. What are we doing? Tell me how.
What if somebody has a cash? Like, what if somebody just wants to pay in cash?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't believe in phones. I still have a phone at my house, wired. Like, do I bring that? I'm gonna show with my Zach Morris phone.
That'd be awesome.
Al may have made me an AMC Plus guy.
I'm gonna get a second line and just get one of those like throwaway phones for that type of stuff. Whenever somebody asks me for their phone, like, here you go. What are we doing with it? You tell me. And I feel bad because it's not the employee's fault. But okay, cool. Well, that'll do it. Come back tomorrow so we can talk about comics. There's a lot of comics to talk about. And then next week we'll talk about the best comics of 2025. Also, if you still need something to watch, I'm working on a 4-part series for a road to a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So I did my book review of the Hedge Knight yesterday. I'm going to be doing a review for the Hedge Knight comic book adaptation. And then I'm going to do a video about, now that I've read the book, 5 things that the show needs to get right about the book. And then, of course, we'll be talking about the premiere whenever that comes out on HBO. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. Also, reminder to everyone watching and everyone on here, make sure you're reading Project Hail Mary. We're running out of time. We're getting close.
When does that movie come out?
So, all right. Anything else from you guys? All right. Jeff and I are working on something, but we'll tease that more in the future. As we.
No, I was trying to find out when it comes out. Project Hail Mary.
Oh, Project Hail Mary in March of 2026. I told you guys 6 months ago that we need to start this book. So.
No. I just remember I was like, I know it comes out kind of in the springtime.
If one of you guys shows up with the Spark Notes, I'm gonna be upset.
No,
right.
You saw that I had the book, so I've already started it.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.
The most important thing in life will always be
Bill Bebo.
Peter loves you.
Simon Center, get the fuck out.
All right, bye.
Get out of here, you weirdo.